So how exactly will Cambridge help you to achieve the aim of learning English on a higher level? As I mentioned before, the exam is split into 4 parts. There's reading, listening, writing and speaking. Now, the reading and the listening probably won't challenge you too much. That is exactly what you're doing every day, and you should very easily fly through those parts of the exam. The areas that give you potential for really challenging yourself, for stretching yourself, that would be the writing and the speaking. Now, within writing and speaking, of course, grammar plays a role, but I imagine that by this point you already have most of the grammar you need in terms of the tenses. You know how to say things in the past tense, in the future tense, that sort of thing. There is a section of this course which takes you through the most common tenses just to check that you've got them, and if you find that you're a little bit shaky on one of those tenses, it's really important to just find out where the issue is, solve it, ask us if you need to. That really is like putting petrol in your car before you leave the house. It's a basic, you have to do that. The next part, and this is the fun part luckily because it's the biggest part, that's vocabulary. This is the key to success. The wider your vocabulary in terms of individual words but also expressions, the more successful you will be at CAE, and also the better your skills will be in the language in general. There is absolutely no doubt when it comes to language, words have power. In another unit we have given you word lists. Now, these are the words which Cambridge examinations recommend you know to do well in the exam. Now, there are 14 lists. Each list consists of 2 pages. Of course, we're not expecting you over the next 14 weeks to sit down every week and learn each list off by heart. It would be pretty good if you did, but that's probably not too realistic, not much fun, and it's questionable whether you would actually be able to use the words if you did it like that. That gives you an idea of the level of vocabulary. Now, you may choose to find the vocabulary you need from a totally different source. For example, some students choose to read a magazine every week. I could recommend a magazine called The Week. That tells you things that have happened around the world in a particular week, and it's the type of journalism that will widen your vocabulary. You may choose to read a fashion magazine every week. Cosmopolitan could possibly have the type of vocabulary you need. It doesn't really matter where you get your words from. The main thing is you choose words, you use them, and then you own your words. And that's something you'll be hearing from us quite regularly. Sometimes we'll send you a word we think you might like, and the message will always be choose it, use it, own it.